One of the biggest misconceptions about purpose is that it will always feel good while you are living in it. And the reason why, and my intention for this video today, is to talk about that misconception and how we can embrace our purpose while also being fully aware that sometimes it is hard. Sometimes it is challenging. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Marquita. I'm a spiritual coach. I'm an author, and I'm also the host of the Alchemy Soul podcast. So if you're interested in any of my work, you can check the description for more details. I'm currently in the midst of creating my Remembering Who You Are series. So if you're interested in checking the series out and being around for, how it develops and compounds, please be sure to subscribe. And if you're new here, welcome. I'm super grateful to have you all here with me today. And so one of the misconceptions, as I've said before, is that it's supposed to be, always feeling fulfilling, and that it's always supposed to be like a good feeling because you're walking in your purpose and you are doing what you feel that you are called to do. But that is not always true. You may wake up some days and really be like, yo, I don't have the capacity or the energy to give to this today, right? You may wake up and decide for yourself, I want a different purpose, right? I want to do something different. I want to change. I don't want to do this same thing that I have been doing as my purpose for the past 10 years. You may wake up and decide, one day, I don't even want to feel purposeful. This is taking too much from me at this point. And, you may be feeling like you're not getting a return. Those are all valid points, right? Those are all valid things. And I'm not going to sit up here and, gaslight you all into believing that purpose and living in your purpose and walking in your purpose should always feel like sunshine and rainbows. I'm not going to do it, right? I have many days where I wake up and I just don't want to do it. I have many days where I'm feeling defeated because I feel like I'm putting out a lot of energy and creativity, and I'm not getting the momentum that I want. It's valid, right? I never intended to come here with the thought of chasing an algorithm or chasing numbers, right? I've only come here with the intention to make sure that I am walking in my purpose and stand in alignment with what God has called me to do, period, right? But I would be lying to you all if some days I'm just like, dang, that was good. That was really good, and I really wish somebody would have heard it. Some videos don't get any views at all. Some views might get one view. Some some videos might get two views, right? People click on it. Maybe I'm not catching them. They click off of it. I'm looking at the numbers, right? I do look at the numbers, and I feel like I should look at the numbers in order so I can see how I can grow. But that's neither here nor there. The point is that sometimes I do feel defeated. But what I want to say in regards to all of that is that these things and these emotions can also coexist with you still deciding to show up every day in order to do it. But, and you might get to a point where you have said, I've put 10 years into this purpose. Now I'm done with it, right? And you hang it up and you're like, okay, well, I'm going to relax for a bit and then I'll be called to something else. I do think that it is important. I do think that it's important to honor transition as well as honor the fact that you don't have to stay doing one thing for the rest of your life, right? Your purpose can be expressed through various ways, right? Like my purpose and me wanting to teach people how to remember who they are before, you know, my purpose and me wanting to teach people how to remember who they were before, society told them who they had to be, can be expressed in so many different ways. I'm passionate about communication. So this is my mode and my lane of being able to do that. But it still can manifest in different ways throughout my life. Nobody says that I have to stay on YouTube. Nobody says that I have to stay creating content. Nobody has says that I have to stay booking, speaking engagements. Like I can decide to be a painter one day, and express it in that manner. I could decide to be um, uh, a backpacker and express it in that way, right? Because the message and the root behind my purpose is what it is, right? That's what I'm called to do. So you give yourself permission to, change and transition however you feel that you should change and transition. However, you still have that in you, right? It never really truly goes away, right? Whatever your purpose is, whether you have been, whether you know what that is yet or not, it's something that you naturally do, right? It's something that you're probably already doing and something that you naturally do. However, if you don't know yet how to express it, that's a whole nother topic, right? That's a whole nother lane. But 9 times out of 10, if you are here on earth, it is probably something that you're already innately familiar with. Like it's probably like a calling or a pull. With that being said, that doesn't mean that you're not going to get tired of it, right? That doesn't mean that you're not going to get tired of it. I'm giving, right? I'm giving energy. I'm giving my all with this. That doesn't mean that I don't get days where I'm tired. Like, because I'm giving so much energy, right? And so while while you are feeling those things, I want to just give you all some tips to help you navigate those misconceptions or navigate those feelings that you encounter along the way as you are living and walking in your purpose. One of those things being, get you a strong spiritual ritual. Practice good spiritual hygiene, right? Make sure that as much as possible that you are staying organized and clear, like of clutter and clear of like things in your environment. Make sure that you are taking care of yourself, right? Make sure you're taking care of your physical body. Sometimes when we are giving out energy so much, we can neglect ourselves, right? We can decide that, we are something else is going to fall short because we are giving energy to a specific part of our lives. But making sure that you stay the priority in your life is so important. So that means taking care of your mental, spiritual, emotional, and physical health. Period, point blank. So I'm going to go back through them. Making sure that your spiritual well-being in your spiritual relationship with God, with the universe, with your ancestors, whatever you believe in, the whole team, whoever, whatever. Making sure that that is strong and making sure that you trust and believe in whatever you believe in, right? Do you actually believe what you have decided to put your faith in? Do you actually believe it? Do you actually trust it? And if you don't trust it, how are you testing the faith? How are you testing your capacity to trust it? Right? One example, in very easy way, if you are looking to strengthen your trust in the universe or with God or the collective, whatever, is, right? For me, I say, God, give me a sign. Give me a sign. If I am supposed to go to Merida, Mexico, give me a red cardinal. If I'm supposed to go to um, Valencia, Spain, give me a white, or give me a hummingbird, right? And just I mean, not, you don't even have to pay attention. It's gonna come, right? Because the universe and God is always communicating to us all day long anyway, right? And whether we are aware of it or conscious of it or not, like, you're gonna get the answer, right? But these are ways that I have learned to build trust. Well, that is a way that I have learned to build trust in the universe and in God along the way, because I look for circumstances that would not otherwise be presented in front of me without me asking for it. Spiritual hygiene, right? Same difference. Making sure that I stay prayed up, making sure that I clean my altar, making sure that I sage myself, I Palo Santo, I keep myself protected, and I have my anointings on me. I pray over myself and I affirm things throughout my life and throughout my day, making sure that I'm practicing gratitude all the time, all day long. Those are things that I do for my spiritual hygiene. It's a lot, right? But when it's a part of your life, when it's a part of your lifestyle, it's just what it is, right? And what else did I say? Making sure your home is free of clutter, making sure your home is free of like things, making sure that you're staying organized. Because if your home is free and clear of clutter and things, and it's orderly, then your mind and your energy can be orderly. And the last thing I talked about was just making sure that you're taking care of your health. It's easy to not take care of our health when we are giving important energy into one part of our lives. Make sure that you stay on top of your physical health. Make sure you stay on top of your mental health. Whether that be, physical, making sure that you go to the gym, take your vitamins, eating well, drinking your water. Second thing, making sure physical, that was physical. Mental, making sure that you are journaling, or making sure that you're going to your therapy sessions, or making sure that, you are reading. Emotional, making sure that you are journaling, making sure that you're getting the emotions out and actually talking it out loud, or actually writing it out, or whatever helps you stay emotionally grounded. And then spiritual. We already talked about spiritual. And so nobody said that living in your purpose is supposed to be easy all of the time. But God said that it's worth it, right? If you look at all of your favorite people, all of your favorite celebrities, and look at them and how they're living in their purpose, I think that you would say that it's worth it. So if you think about your purpose and your walk in life, it can be as big as you want it to be, right? And it's worth it, because we need you. You need you, but we need you. And that's all I have for you all today. I hope you all enjoyed this message. If you resonated with anything that I spoke about today, please be sure to leave it in the comments. And I will be back here tomorrow. I'll see you then. Peace, love, and light, beautiful souls.